TGIF. Let's get after it. Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Craig Bennett from Daily Edge Sports, and we're back with another Wnba Prizepicks video. Got 4 games on today's slate. We'll give you 3 we'll talk about. I do want to address, sometimes people put in the comments, I give out 3 picks and just kind of give you some analysis with them, with our tools, what I see. They're not meant to just plug and play. If you want to do that, go ahead. But for me, PrizePicks, I'm just playing 6-mans and 2-mans. I'm not playing 3-mans. I just give 3 picks because I do a lot of research with these to give you my perspective on them. So they're not meant to be, just plug and play. Play your favorite one. If you want to play all 3, great, but that's not the best way to play them. Either play 2-mans or 6-mans, preferably 6-mans with PrizePicks. Given their structure, that's still the way to go with them. So just want to talk about that a little bit. Yesterday recap, man, I'll tell you what, that Atlanta game with the Fever, absolute foul fest. Boston got into foul trouble. She didn't get there. Clayton Clark was in foul trouble. Griner fouled out. Basically, the refs made that game about themselves. Second half was a little bit better than the first half, but man, just absolutely rough to watch with all those whistles being called. I just hate that in any game. NBA, WNBA just makes the product absolutely horrible. Kelsey Mitchell pushed on the 11 points, rebounds, and assists first half. She had 11 shots that first half, so I feel like the read was there. Just didn't get there, just pushed for us. Not a win or a loss. And then Brianna Jones, again, kills the boards, easily got there. Even if you played at 7.5, you would have got there. And then her fantasy score as well. So I guess 2-1 on the video with the 1 push. And again, we're going to keep this thing going. If you don't have the PrizePicks account, use that promo code CashCake. Play $5, get $50 instantly. It's that easy. Also be eligible for a free month of our Elite package. And hey, man, the Quantum Elite package just absolutely been on fire. I want to give shout out to TB. Gave out a 25X for KBO last night if you were up late and put that in. And also 2 25Xs by Lewis last night. So 3 of them given out in the DES community for Quantum Elite. That makes 5 25Xs given out over the last 3 days. I'll show you about them. Let's talk them. Let's go. All right, PrizePicks desktop is up on the board. Again, I want to give a shout out to our crew, man. Just an absolutely crushed last night. Here's the KBO 25X that TB gave out yesterday. Absolutely crushed this thing. Nice little 25X if you stayed up and played a little KBO or a little waking cash, as people like to call it. Throw this in, take a little nap, wake up, hit a 25X. Shout out to Luis, man. Gave out 2 of these, both 25X. Gave out both of them. So he was absolutely on fire yesterday. As you can see, these are the 3 that were given out last night for our Quan and Elite subscribers. Again, you can get access to this with Quan and Elite monthly or weekly packages or yearly. If you want to join in, right there is where you would get those exact plays, are these last 2 right here. And then these were Mavericks 2 days ago. So these are the 5 that were given out over the last 3 days. We are just going to keep this thing going. And we're going to dive into today. First one we're going to talk about here. We're going to do 2 first half plays, and we're going to do 1 regular play. Let's talk about the regular play first. Stevens, man. Absolute crushing it. The big thing with her, the minutes she's getting is we don't have, there's no Rakia Jackson out there. There's no Brink. So those are some of the things that, is helping her out in terms of her minutes, and she's just absolutely capitalized on it. 30.5 fantasy score. We got it for 33.5. That's a 3-point discrepancy for her. And again, she's just absolutely crushing her fantasy score here. And it's one that I want to continue to be over. It looks like it's going to be kind of a popular play, but I understand why. She put up 45 last game. In the 3 games she's played this season, 35, 38, and 45. And then they're playing the expansion team and the Golden State Valkyries tonight as well. So again, it's a spot where I think she's going to continue to get those 30 plus minutes, and she's just absolutely been a monster on them. Super efficient shooting the ball last 2 games, 7-12 shooting the ball. Rebounds, she put up 17 rebounds last game. First 2 games, just 5 and 6. Again, that first game was against the Valkyrie where she put up that 35 fantasy score. put up 5 rebounds. But again, Rickea Jackson, played that game. No Rickea Jackson tonight, so that's going to change things a little bit. And I think this is one of my favorite plays. Just way too low for her. Continue to ride that hot hand. All right, NBA first half. We're going to go to fantasy score here. First one I'm going to look at here is I'm going to go to Skylar Diggins, 17.5 fantasy score. She just absolutely crushes it. My only worry of playing her full line here is I just don't know. We're going to see a bunch of blowouts today. That's kind of my worry. With them playing Phoenix, this is one of the closer games. It's a 5.5 spread with Seattle, being favored here. 17.5 though, she just absolutely crushes, comes out strong that first half. So I'm going to ride this. If you want to ride the full fantasy score with her, I don't mind it. But the first 2 games of the season, 27 and 30 in the first half, 18 minutes respectively. And she's finished the game with 41 and 37. So again, comes out the gate hot, kind of slows down a little bit, when the team gets behind her. So I'm gonna ride the first half fantasy score for her. And then if we're gonna look at the third and final play here, I was going a couple different ways here. If we go to the tool and kind of look up Elena, if we go look up Elena Smith, she is we do have her fantasy score 31.82. She's got 26 full game. That's almost 6 points of discrepancy at fantasy score here. So that is a spot where I kind of like her. 3-pointers made is pretty popular. I understand why there as well. She has gotten in foul trouble her first game. So that's always my worry with her. Not foul trouble 3, but she's coming off. She's probable today. It says game time decision. She's probable. And the big thing with her is as long as McBuckets, Kayla McBride is out for personal reasons, there's going to be more scoring opportunities. That's why you're seeing Courtney Williams shoot so much. Collier, Carlton, these everyone's got to kind of pick up the scoring with McBuckets not playing. And so I do like the fantasy score. She scored 32 and 28 or 27 in her first 2 games. 3-pointers made. Again, that's another one that's pretty popular. I understand why. She's made 4 and 3 of them, shooting 7 each game here. So I like the if you were looking at 3-pointers made, I think for her, that's probably where I would want to be with her. If you're looking at full line, we can pull that one up real quick. It's pretty popular, but I understand why. Again, she's just nailing these shots. With McBride not playing, someone's got to stretch the court a little bit here. And Smith has been aggressive. She is aggressive defensively. So if you wanted to play 3-pointers made, I'm fine with that. Fantasy score, fine with that as well. I was kind of leaning, though, honestly, a little bit first half score as well. If you want to put another first half score, I was leaning at 6 points here first half. Again, being aggressive, she's probably going to shoot some threes here. Maybe she can get some easy cuts to the rim. But it seems a little bit low to me at 6 points. She's put up 8 in her first 2 games. And as again, she's probable. I expect her to play alongside, Collier and Carlton in the front court, with Samuelson and Courtney Williams in the back court. And again, as long as McBride's going to be out, I think she's going to shoot a little bit more. So kind of looking at that one first half as well. Just depends on where you want to go. If you want to try the fantasy score or if you want to go 3-pointers made, here are the projections for them. So if you're looking at fantasy score, we got her for just about 1.56. I feel like that's a little bit too low. She only's got to bury 2 of them, and she's going to shoot, 7 or 8 3-pointers in this game. The one thing that I do worry about the full line stuff with the fantasy score, and maybe going to go 3-pointers made with her, is I do worry a little bit about the blowout in this game. Minnesota is favored by 16.5. So that is the worry here against the Connecticut Sun. And so maybe the 3-pointers made is the way to go in case they get up a ton. She could bury 2 in the first half, right? So that's where I'm kind of leaning at. Depending on what you want to go, 3-pointers made 1.5 or 6 points first half. And then Skylar Diggins, 17.5 fantasy score first half. And then Stevens is by far my favorite play, 30.5 fantasy score. That's the one that I absolutely love. So again, if you want access to picks and slips like this, where we've just been absolutely on fire at DS, head on over to sign up, subscribe at any of these packages, and Quantum Elite are going to get those that I did show you. So with that, appreciate you guys. I'll see you on the flip side. Doses.